Hey, okay. Take one.
So
Take
that was a dress
nothing happened.
rehearsal.
take two.
You're live. Okay. Sorry about that. Not that anybody's actually been waiting, I think, to watch this, but in any case, we had some difficulties getting the server started, getting OBS working, getting YouTube connected. Technical difficulties out the wazoo. Um, but
It's a whole thing.
theoretically, connecting, logging in, encrypting, all good. I'm stuck on encrypting.
Well, I'm on the
I'm
server.
I'm on a server, but not looking good. Sinking through the world.
Uh-oh.
Nope. It's over.
And I'm out.
I was not even able to connect. This is a great stream, y'all.
Good thing the whole world is watching.
Yep.
I think it's my time to say goodnight.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
Alas.
Well, thanks for trying anyways, Finn. And I promise you, I did test this earlier. It was working. I don't know what the hell's going on.
No problem. Maybe we can
good.
do a take two someday.
This is just how streaming is. Like all software is just waiting for the opportunity to fuck you up as soon as you actually hit go live. So
Languages.
they love it.
Language.
What? I only say this kind of thing so the babies out there will know how cool they are for listening. What's up,
What's
you
up,
babies?
you cool babies? Oh.
Okay, if this doesn't work, we might just have to forget that this ever happened. Or I can just stream the server console and, you know. Another crash. Okay, you know what? If this is not working by 11, I think we're just gonna have to. We either call it a night or we switch to a tour of season 2.
What does it mean if it's 11:01?
For me, it's 10:50.
Because it's oh, okay.
He means we're gonna try for another 23 hours and 59 minutes. Yeah, if it doesn't work out, I'm probably gonna hop off because I actually do have a bunch of work to finish.
Yeah, I don't know why YouTube emails me every single time I go live to say, "Hey, live on your channel now is blah blah blah." Yeah, I'm
Just
aware.
in case you didn't realize you were doing it.
Like, did you mean to show people this? Because
You really shouldn't be doing that live on stream.
exactly.
Okay. Once again,
He's like, we're worried about you.
once again, the server is up. OBS is running. I'm on the server. There's Sai.
All right.
Okay. And there's Is. Okay.
I am in another portal.
Yes.
Could you TP me to spawn again?
Yes, I was just about to do that.
Perfect.
TP everyone to me. Game mode.
Oh, I can see the inside of your head.
Okay, everyone's in creative mode. Everyone's here. Shall we see how long we can get through this without it crashing this time?
Let's go for 5 minutes.
Yes. Well, since we weren't streaming during our first lovely little introduction, let's redo all that. So
Take two.
take 9,003 at this point, I think. So, hello viewership. I'm Locutus of Nord, and we decided to do a tour of our public server. This is actually the last season of the server, not the current one. And joining me in the background there, we have Ismar, who is one of our server admins.
Hello.
You want to come over and say hi? Just pop in behind me. I'm in F5, so hello, Ismar.
What's up?
And running parkour on the benches in the background is Sai, one of our players.
Hello.
And they're joining me to help me do this server tour because I'm horrible at these kinds of things. So, let's get started. What should we start with?
I mean, this is a good spot.
Yeah, this is a good spot. So when you join the server, this is where you spawn. Let me demonstrate by killing Is.
Hey!
Oh, do you have a bed set somewhere? Oh, there you are. So, all your stuff's over
My stuff!
Ooh, look at that XP.
So,
Turn me into a dragon pinata.
so this is where you spawn in the world. We worked hard on this little area. This is the work of Is, our own little Hollywoodland sign. And Is, you built the garden over here. Would you like to explain your garden?
Oh yeah, well, I was kind of just going for something that was a little more peaceful and would justify me lighting up this area to make it look nice, and so that creepers would stop running up on me at spawn and exploding my face.
And are these fish named Karlov, Kansas? Was there a
Yes. They all have K names, and they are all named after artists of different types. For example, Karlov is named after Boris Karlov, and I think there's the Kaminsky around here somewhere, and Kant, and all kinds of different artists and philosophers.
And the lovely little swinging bench there, little bench swing.
I appreciate places where you can sit and contemplate the world.
Yes, where you can sit and contemplate why Jenny doesn't love you back.
Exactly.
And the lovely little gazebo over here. Not good for fighting against.
Exactly. I really enjoyed this build. I got it off of a YouTube channel. I am forgetting which one right off the top of my head, but I really love this design. It feels very Tuscan.
I like the campfires for the roof.
Yeah, very clever. What's this button do? Nothing.
It's strictly for decoration. Although I was considering adding some kind of secret entrance here at some point. I got lazy and did not do that.
Okay, so let's see here. What next? Is you put the most work into spawn here, so I'll let you dictate where we go.
I really just enjoyed working on spawn on this server. It became like the project that I worked the most on. I had huge plans for like a giant aquarium base that was supposed to look like the aquarium in Atlanta, and I did not do any of that. I just worked on spawn.
Well, as a newer member of the server, I can say that I definitely really appreciated that. Especially all the community areas. and resources, which I assume we will check out shortly.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, let's do that. And thank you.
And I don't even remember why I built this. So this is our Nether Star statue. I don't remember why I built it, but I did, and it's there.
Well, I remember you built it right about the same time that I was building the bee area, and you said that you just wanted to try to make a big statue that was one of the items in the game.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that sounds like me. I just want to try it. Just do it.
Yeah, yeah, came out really well.
Yeah. So that is the recreation area. So once you spawn, you're probably actually going to come over here. This is the server rules. Blah blah blah. And here we have the map, which Finn worked very hard on. Finn is another one of our players, actually one of our server moderators. Worked very hard on labeling everything and getting all the maps updated. And Iz and Finn worked very hard on getting the Dyn map link coded into a QR code, which we then built as an actual map in the game. This isn't a custom texture pack. This is an actual map. Yeah. Oh, where'd it go? I broke it. Oh well.
Oh right, because you're in creative.
Do you
I
know?
literally just realized that these were maps.
Oh, did you think it was custom textures or?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This was all built. This is all vanilla stuff. No data packs for that.
Yep. Just Photoshop and several weekends.
So then if you follow the path, well, let's follow this path up here first. And here we have our resident chariot, or is it our resident drumstick, enjoying the pond?
It's not the only one.
Yeah. Sai, if those eggs get on my house, I'm getting mad. Oh. Okay, so following the path up here, we have, what was this book? Oh yeah, the guest book. Which I don't even know why I made a guest book, but I did. So this was a set of plots that was designed for new players to build small starter homes while they're seeking out their, shall we say, forever home. While they're looking
Yeah,
for
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
while they're looking for a place to build their base, they build their own little starter houses here. So let's see here. This was whose was the UFO here, or the Seattle Space Needle? Whose house was this again? Oh,
Um.
dudes. Okay.
Just gonna tell you that, and then I accidentally went up this water elevator.
Yeah. So this was dude's place, another one of our players. As you
I
can
have
see,
I have wondered literally like for months what this gigantic package is for.
oh, that was actually that was Sale doing one of Ada's assignments, which we'll get to in just a second.
Oh.
I have also wondered that. I
it-
thought it was just there.
No, it was Sale leaving a gift for dudes at Ada's prompting.
See.
So that is an area for little starter homes. Pick a plot, build your spot. We also use the custom armor stand data packs, which are incredible. Thank you. I believe those came from Zombie Cleo's server originally, so thank you to the players that developed those. Those are awesome.
Yeah. We've had some good times with those.
Yep. And then you are the one that built this beautiful apartment housing. Would you like to explain the tree?
Yeah, sure. Well, this is another one where I got the basic concept from a YouTube video and then expanded on it and customized it for our purposes. I just kind of wanted something that would be friendly and not too like it wouldn't be very like super elaborate, so as to make people feel like they couldn't be on the server unless they could build like this well or anything like that. So I didn't want to build like a giant mansion or something like that. But like a treehouse seemed fun and friendly, and kind of gave this the impression of like we're all here to just sort of have fun and have a good time and exercise our imaginations in our treehouse server.
Yes, as a game I played way back in the early 90s, I used to sing all the time, hanging out in the treehouse.
Yeah, exactly.
But is
Yeah,
I did notice, just if I can make one brief little note, you didn't mention the function of the tree, what it does, what it is here for.
Oh yeah, this is essentially like if you don't want to make your own starter house, but you just need a place where there's a chest that you can call your own, and a place to set your spawn for the first time. There's beds there. There's chests there. You can pick a little spot to be kind of your own place, and just hang out there until you're ready to expand.
I'd say that's a pretty good summary.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody plays Minecraft the way that I do, but that's kind of how I always approach it. Like, I always start off with some place that's relatively close to spawn, try to like establish myself a little like nest egg of stuff for when I inevitably die horribly, and then gradually wander outwards. So I tried to make it a welcoming, pleasant place for people to do that if that was their jam.
Yeah, we've put a lot of effort into trying to make our server, both season 1 and season 2, as inviting and welcoming to new players as we can. And uh, so even just the parts of Spawn you've seen so far represent many weekends of work, many hours of just straight grinding and building and working our butts off.
Yeah, like I was not the only person who gathered materials for this treehouse project at all. Like the whole server helped. It was really a fun effort.
And is the one to thank for the pets all over Spawn. Uh,
Oh yeah, I'm the pet whisperer.
yeah, Yonina the cat. Uh,
Not only do I just like all of the Minecraft pets, but I also wanted to make this area like safer from like a standpoint, a gameplay standpoint. So like cats to keep the creepers away, dogs to keep away skeletons. Nobody really stops zombies, but cats also scare away phantoms. So I tried to have a couple of them around here so that if you were running towards the house for safety, whatever was chasing you might turn around and run the other way.
yeah.
Shiloh.
When I started playing, I definitely used this house many times to run inside and sleep through the night.
Yes, that was the purpose.
Okay, so continuing along the path this way, we have a lovely little fight scene designed by yours truly. Uh, I go a little overboard with the armor stand data packs. I'm not quite Zombie Cleo yet, but I'm working on it. So this was to advertise our PvP tournament. And, well, yeah, that was to advertise the PvP tournament.
I'd say that you're fairly well on your way to becoming our server's Zombie Cleo. Like your contributions to the art museum, which I'm sure we'll get to.
Oh, yeah.
Let's call it innovative.
Yeah, I can't wait to show off Sales Art Museum. So this was the very first home on the server, built day one. Just hollowed out of the mountainside to keep us safe. And eventually got expanded, made bigger, made bigger, made bigger. Got an enchanting area added. Got a small smelter added. Going down the stairs, We added in some storage. Oh, Sai just got the custom achievement. Oh yeah, I forgot. We have several custom advancements designed to help players find their way around the server on first joining, and get some diamonds for accomplishing some challenges. Let's see here. Where was the? There we go. Kamacraft advancements. So, for example, looking at the server map, going to the top of the tree house, uh, finding the storage room, finding the shopping district, going to the art
So I
museum.
never actually found this storage room
Apparently
when
not.
we were actually playing season 1. I
So
wasn't sure if I was supposed to be in here, I think, so I didn't go around exploring.
yeah, this was a community area. At the start, this was the storage for everything we did, and then after we moved along, we decided to make this the community goods area, similar to what we have in season 2.
Yep.
So, going further down the stairs, what do we have here? We have the AFK fishery, which we don't do now because they're
R.I.P.
broken in, yeah. They've been quote unquote fixed in 1.16. I do miss my AFK fishing though.
Yeah, me too.
That was a very gross, kind of gooey sound just now.
Oh yeah, the honey block that I put because I got tired of accidentally jumping on top of the AFK farm while I was trying to scooch up and get into position.
Yeah. Okay, moving on down. Did we have anything else down here?
Your mind.
I think there's just the mine down here, the community mine. Oh, that was my command block room. Boop-a-doo-doo. Yeah, no, just down here is the mine for everybody to get their stuff. Okay, I'm heading back up. Back up, back up, back up. I'm following the dragon up the stairs. Come here, dragon lady.
You'll never catch me! Ha ha ha!
And these are our honey pots. I mean, Iz's cubby and Tall's cubby.
Yep, these are our first little chests on the server right here.
Yeah. Oh, I'd forgotten about this. The little book where we exchanged messages for the first few days, since we had trouble getting on all at once.
Oh, sweet nostalgia.
Yes. So this is some pixel art provided to the server by Snowy, a Swedish player, if I remember correctly. And
Yes.
I think Snowy has unfortunately left the server since, hasn't he?
I believe that that's the case, very sadly.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I think that he finished university and went on to find a real life.
Bigger, better things didn't have time for us anymore, huh?
There's no realer life than Minecraft.
Amen.
This was the vending machine for our Easter egg hunt rewards. So there's redstone contraption in the back there to shoot stuff out when players put the Easter eggs in here.
I freaking loved that event. It was so great. The custom heads that were really cool, and you did a great job of hiding them.
I even lost some of them.
Yeah, I was sad to have missed that. I think I joined the server immediately after that event.
So following along the path, we have the community animal farms. You don't need me to explain that those are sheep, those are cows, those are pigs. Cows go. I'm not sure I would have let Matthew have a horse on the server. I don't know. After he hit your cat.
I thought that I remember that you went out and specifically got him a horse.
Oh, maybe. I do spoil that child. Daddy, I want a pony. So, this is the stable for privately owned horses, built again by Iz. I'm not exaggerating when I say that she slaved and slaved and slaved to make Spawn a beautiful, welcoming, inviting place.
It was a joy and a delight.
That's not what you said at the time. And here we have some artworks. So this was my interpretation of the Venus de Milo, using the obviously the armor stand data pack. I tried to make a plinth, make it more realistic, but the due to lighting bugs, the plinth started coming out black, even if I was using quartz. So you know.
Saying in that skin, you so look like a tourist visiting the Vatican. Like, take a selfie.
The the Vatican. Where do
That
you
was
where do you think the Venus de Milo is?
I mean, I have actually been to the Vatican, so I did see a bunch of tourists taking pictures with the artwork there. But I believe that the David is at the Vatican.
Yeah, the Venus de Milo
right.
is in the Louvre.
It is. I have in fact been a tourist in front of the Venus de Milo
Me too.
IRL.
I found it much more impressive than the Mona Lisa, which was kind of underwhelming.
It was very small and surrounded by many, many people.
Yeah, an entire room full of people to see a painting the size of my forearm. It was.
Well, Mona Lisa is only famous because she got stolen. So,
Well, also something about the guy that painted it. I don't remember what his name was. Leonardo DiCaprio, something like that.
It
oh
was
no, like
definitely teenage Leonardo DiCaprio.
With his purple bandana and his staff, right?
oh sure, he was famous, but that particular painting of his was not until it was somebody just literally walked out with it. Because it wasn't under high security or something. It was missing for many months. And because it was a slow news week, literally, it became a huge headline because this person just wandered in and picked it up off of the wall and wandered out. And when it was recovered, it was a huge national story. And so it got a reputation for being this very famous painting because everybody knew about it because it got stolen.
Well,
And
speaking of museums,
I think I got Leonardo and Donatello confused. Please, nobody take my geek card for mixing up the Ninja Turtles. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So this is our server's art museum. As you might have guessed from all of the art outside, it was built by our player Top Sail Fruit.
Honestly, I think this is my favorite building from the end of the season. This is just incredible.
Yeah. So we are going to play tourist, and let's have a look inside the museum. So donations. So obviously we had to, since Minecraft has some paintings already, those had to be included. As far as I know, these are the actual names of the paintings that she's added here. Oh yes, the worker, the sheepy worker in chainmail. And then further down the stairs, we had some more custom exhibits. Red by Top Sail Fruit. Hang on, let me switch to F1 mode for the art museum here. There we go. Okay. And another collage. And sit. I don't understand the cow. Okay, going through here. The custom exhibits got slowly more complex. This was Wasteland, built again by Top Sail Fruit, making heavy use of the armor stand books.
also there's also a custom advancement for coming into the museum for which you get this lovely art kit.
Yeah, a shulker full of dyes, quartz, and a stone cutter. And pink, of course, because
So
pink
great.
is the best color.
So great.
Now, if you'll follow me through the fireplace, Exhibition Hall A.
Whoa.
And
I also never discovered this.
And so this in itself was an exhibit built by Sale. And in this space, we have two other exhibits. One built by Likely Finn. Oh no! This backup was taken before Finn's exhibit.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, Finn. I meant to show off your exhibit. I'm sorry. I didn't do that on purpose, I promise. But the exhibition hall featuring our lovely Ismore is available. So, the physical impossibility of continued life in the game of someone clumsy. Artist Damien Worst. So, the idea behind this exhibit is that our beloved Is here is our server's disaster buy.
Yep.
She's very good at finding every way to die. Every way. So,
I consider it just like it's QA, you know? It's QA for the whole server.
yeah, so let's go down to the main exhibit here. Proceeding through the anteroom and pushing the button to go down to the exhibit. I'll wait for you two before I look up and show off the exhibit here.
See, like I just did the thing right now.
Did you die?
No, I accidentally broke the button.
Well, you're in creative, so just punch through the quartz.
Yeah.
I love this so much. This is incredible.
This is an exhibit of all the ways that Is died in literally the 48 hours before I created this exhibit.
Yeah.
So this was built making heavy use of the armor stand data pack. So Is flew into a wall. Unfortunately, you can't really get the Elytra to lay out flat. So I had to just, you're Superman. You're not using an Elytra. You're just flying. Running to joyously. What's that?
Oh no, I said I am super. It's true. You have to be super to get this many deaths in one period.
Yes, joyously running to hug a zombie.
They are shaped like friends.
Falling into the void.
Yeah, I tried to go to the end, and I was worried that I was flying too low. So I flew too high instead.
I really do love the pose I got on your statue here. Just the kind of, face palming. No, not again.
Yep.
I think this one speaks for itself.
Honestly, like, this could be any number of times that I burned to death.
Yep. I left some space for future deaths because knowing Is, she's very creative at finding new ways to die.
You could call me a death artist.
Yeah, yeah. A non-performance artist, rather. So, this is Drowning, which was a fun one to make.
Especially, because I spent a lot of time trying to work on aquariums and build things in a coral reef. So, I drowned a lot.
Yep. Falling from a great height. Presumably
I like this
on
one a
her
lot.
head. Yeah, you don't even want to know how many armor stands it took to pull that off. I think just Is alone is this Is alone is like 10 armor stands.
It's too bad that you can't just dinner bone these things.
Yeah. Is falling into lava, typically with the fire resist in her hotbar that she simply wasn't quick enough to get to.
I panic easily when it comes to lava.
Yes. Getting surprised by the green hissy things.
They really like me. They really do.
And my absolute favorite, I really think I nailed it with this one. Getting shot by hostile mobs, skellies and pillagers.
I really tried to work hard on setting up the pillager outpost that's nearby to be like a proper pillager like farming plan place. Like I was trying to set it up so that they would be like funneled in instead of having to wait for them to show up and stuff like that. And because of that I died so many times.
And just to keep with the theme of accidental deaths, this is how you get out.
Oh my god.
How did that not launch me? Do I have to
You're in creative mode, right? Were you still in flying mode?
I was definitely in normal mode there. Let's see here. Oh, right. It's not 116, so F3, F4 doesn't work. Right. So let's go game mode. Survival. Whoop. That is not what was supposed to happen. Okay. Game mode spectator. Now, game mode survival. There we go. And give everyone golden apples. Because you're probably going to need it to survive this. So,
How did that golden apple help?
not that much. So that works better with full diamond armor, yada yada yada. You know,
Right.
it's your standard TNT cannon, you know.
Right. It does say be protected.
Yeah, I did. I just wanted to create an opportunity for visitors to the museum to experience the Ismarness of the exhibit.
Yeah, you really captured it.
Yeah, I figured what better way to do that than providing them with an opportunity to accidentally kill themselves. So teleport everyone to me.
Oh, speaking of creepers,
Because it's
there's
all
one
about
looking
me.
at me. Oh, here we go.
Oh, well, yeah, let's see here. Kill all entities type creeper. There we go. Actually, you know what?
That was very
Time,
satisfying.
set, day, game rule, do, day, no. Okay, false. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
That should take care of the bad guys. Except for this Skelly over here that thinks he's clever hiding in the river. But we're going to pretend like we didn't see him. Oh, and when we were showing off the pixel art, we forgot to show the server to-do board. Which I'm not sure if this was before a bunch of stuff was added to it or after it was done.
I think that it was nearly done.
Because there were several rows to this, I thought.
Yeah, there were.
Okay, going back to the entrance to the art museum. We'll go that way in a second. Let's continue back down by the stables here. Doobie-doobie-doo, doobie-doo. Community bamboo, sugarcane, community trees.
I also got to call out the beacons, which were set up here by Finn. Sacrificed quite a lot of valuable resources to give us all double jump and speed.
Yeah, also sacrificed a lot of diamonds buying iron from the server Ironmonger. So this was the community concrete farm. Pretty much based...
Also a fin joint.
Yes, made by Likely Finn. Let me switch into spectator mode here. Actually, I'll switch everybody into spectator. Why is it not letting me game mode? Spectator, everyone. There we go. So, let's have a look in the chamber. So it's basically TNT blast chamber. The upper mechanism is pretty much what Mumbo I think was using in season 6 of Hermitcraft. But it's not a complicated affair. Push the concrete along. push it down, dupe TNT, blow it up. And Finn did.
Simple but effective.
Well, I say not complicated, but no, it's complicated to build. Finn did a great job getting this running and keeping it running after it broke several times due to careless use by by everyone. I think I broke it at some point. Okay. Everybody get back upstairs. I'm putting you all back in creative. So if you don't want to get stuck in the ground, I would get up.
I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, and somehow Sai's back in diamond. Okay. The community zombie grinder, because everybody needs a zombie grinder. Don't judge that it's built in diorite. This was one of the first buildings I built on the server, and just didn't have many resources available. So
Yeah, it was kind of a catapult to greatness for all of us.
yeah, we needed an XP farm to start out. Then
The
later,
XP farm I used most.
Yeah.
yes, after a while, we found a skeleton farm or a skeleton spawner, and made a community XP farm with the skelly spawner as well. So we have a couple different choices for approved weapons for the spawner. One has mending on it, I think, and the other one doesn't, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, that's the main difference, as I recall.
Yeah, because this was before they fixed mending, so you had to remove mending objects and blah, blah, blah.
Right, and I recall there was some bug with item frames, so this weapon on the ceiling, I accidentally disappeared
Oh,
at some
yeah.
point.
If it was facing downwards, it would go through the block upstairs or something like that.
Right, I tried to grab it, it disappeared, and I couldn't find it.
And we have our lovely little trash chute out here. I'll give you a guess which player has managed to die in this trash chute.
The worst part is that I built it, and I also died in it.
Sai, quit playing in the lava. How many times do I have to tell you, young man, don't play with your lava? This was built as a joke. I don't know why, but I found it very funny at the time. Hokum Pokum's homeopathy hut. So you can go in, and here is our lovely Hokum Pokum and his pet Rosie. And Hokum Pokum sells homeopathic potions which provide effects such as stamina, void damage immunity, inertia immunity, fire resist, regeneration, and that was it. And true to the and fire cures fire, because homeopathy. So true to the idea of homeopathy, you can see the manufacturing back here, and all of those potions were actually manufactured back here. Not that it makes much of a difference, but so fuel and bottles, and the secret ingredient, which is of course sugar.
I honestly love this joke so much. My mother is big into homeopathy, and it's ridiculous.
So is mine.
Well, here have a mother's into homeopathy.
If only it was that simple.
Yes. So here we have Hokum Pokum's journal. Business expansion ideas. What if I sold regular rocks and told people they had magical powers?
Apparently, Scar was reading his journal before, because this was before the most current Warcraft season.
Oh yeah, I did that before. No, actually, no. I think I had the idea to build this before Scar did his magical wizard thing, but I think he was doing it already when I built this. I'm not sure, but I think Scar was already doing the pantsless wizard role play at that point.
Oh.
So this is again the work of Iz, and players who know, well, video gamers who know Iz and I previously, I used to go by the name of Tazutu, and yes, there are video gamers that know both of us might recognize this building from a different video game. And
I couldn't help it.
yeah, so we built it in Minecraft and added it in as our bank. And in the bank, we have our mini block villagers. So you can, we added the Kamacraft mini block data pack, or treasure gem data pack, so you can find the treasure gems in various loot chests, the aquamarine, topaz, ruby, whatever. And then you can come here and trade them for various mini blocks, which can then be used for decoration. And also in this bank was a secret
Whoa.
entrance. And this was part of a scavenger. No,
Puzzle event. That was the puzzle event.
yeah. I don't know what you would call it. A scavenger hunt, treasure hunt, augmented reality, whatever it was. I built a month-long event for the server, including actual other Minecraft servers, websites, other Discord servers. I poured a lot of time and also money into that event, and I think everybody had a good time. I hope they did.
It was literally like Kamacraft's version of I Love Bees, and it was amazing.
I had a lot of fun creating it. I wish I would have been able to play it, but that would have been pretty cheaty, I think, since I knew all the answers.
You
So,
know, the way you do it is you set everything up, and then you wait a couple of months, and then you've forgotten what you did to do it, and that's yeah.
knowing
That's how
my
it goes.
memory, yeah, that would actually work. So the basic idea was that there were chests that the players would discover. There would be a book on top of the chest in an item frame containing a clue. They had to use that clue in the book to decipher the password that would allow them to open that chest, which would contain a clue indicating the location of the next chest, or at the end, indicating the location of the final treasure.
Well, it wasn't just the location of that. We knew where the final treasure was from the start. Remember, because you had
Oh
that.
yeah.
You had the work together, but it was encoded. It was locked. So
Oh
we had to
yeah.
find the code to open the treasure.
Yeah, I started the event where it would end. It all started at the end, and so they saw right away that there were countless chests to open. They just needed the password. And so this is where you come to get your armor stand book. So those of you who are similarly nerdy might notice a pattern to the color scheme of these statues here. Cyan, magenta, yellow, and black.
Nice.
And we have Zazuma Void here, who is our armor stand book dispenser, which doesn't seem to be working at the moment. Maybe it's because I took...
I just got one.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's because you were closer than I was. Okay, it's the nearest player, right. So I pushed the button and then you rushed in and stole my book. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Neener, 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 I've got the book.
Yeah, so there's not much to say about this place other than, statues, push button, get book. And I feel free to denigrate it because I'm the one that built it. I don't denigrate other players' builds, just my own. So here we have the bridge to the shopping district. And I think we can let the players who are here explain their own shops, and we'll sum up the shops of players who aren't here. And we'll start with the turtle shop. So I built a massive aquarium here, just because turtles, There's actually a working turtle farm up there at the top, and this is the turtle shop. So kelp blocks, water breathing potions, turtle master potions, scoots, turtle helmets, enchanted turtle helmets. Sai, come here for a second. Would you rotate that helmet 7 clicks? Not entirely all the way, but just 7. 1 short of all the way. So, now that the secret entrance is open, let's all head up to the office. So this was
We like secret entrances on this server.
especially me. I'm the redstone geek of the server. So
Wow, I'm so glad I decided to join you all for this because I am learning things about season 1 that I had no idea were here.
So as I said, there is a working turtle farm up at the top here. This is where I got all my scoots. The turtles were, harvested more or less humanely.
Mm.
You know, it's strange. I never had a problem just mass harvesting any mob that Minecraft added. And then they added turtles. And they made it so that there is literally no point to killing a turtle. And that just made me feel guilty. I don't know why. Like, the fact that they have no drops was what did it. I mean, I'm not going to lie.
Because there is no point to killing a turtle.
I did have to cull the herd at several points because, you can't just keep breeding turtles and then have the population explode without consequences. So some turtles did have to die. Oh, what happened to the server?
You've been cursed for killing turtles. Your crimes have brought
The Turtle Master has come for you.
That's right. Ghosts of your victims have come to slow down the server to nothingness.
Oh, but is it slow or did it crash? That's the question.
I think it crashed for me.
Hang
It
on.
told me it timed out.
Let me check the server console. No, server console says it's still running.
Are you still on?
Let me go back to the game. It looks like I might have been disconnected. Maybe there's an internet problem between my computer and my computer. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm stuck on connecting here.
Same.
I'm stuck on the Mojang logo.
Oh.
It just said failed to connect, timed out.
Okay, well, I'll check the server console again.
I think I am actually going to take off because I have some work to finish, but I will keep the stream on in the background.
You
And
get that server built.
And I hope that you all will.
Or not server, website. You're building a website, right?
Yes. And I wish you all no more server crashes.
Thank you. Very, very kind.
All right, have fun.
Yeah, I'm just seeing the Mojang logo here. But
Well,
the console says the server is still up.
does this need to be a multi-part stream? Is that what needs to happen?
I don't know. Do you want to make it a multi-part stream?
Well, let's see how fast this can be fixed. It is nearly midnight. I hate to be a bummer, but I do have work in the morning. Although I'm working from home tomorrow, so I can stretch it a little bit.
Me too. Also, I told my client I couldn't have the project for him before Wednesday, but it's like an hour worth project, so.
And he's in the audience right now. No.
Come on out! Everybody look under your seats. We left a client under each of your seats.
I haven't actually been looking at the stream itself. Maybe I'll go and take a little peek and see if we've got any friends in the audience.
I'm looking at the analytics right now, and we have 2 viewers.
2 whole viewers! 2 beautiful viewers!
Yeah. Okay, I killed the server just in case that's what was doing it, and as soon as I did, my screen went off of the Mojang logo and to disconnected. So
Well, dip.
I'm restarting the server. But in any case, we did get like an hour of showing off the server out of it.
Yeah, I mean, like, not too bad for some streaming amateurs.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you add up all of the streams on my channel, I've only got like what 24 hours of streaming under my belt. So definitely still a novice at it. I do apologize, but mistakes must be made to learn.
Yep, yep.
A certain Jay Wu has commented, "I'm a friend in the audience." Well, yes, you
Yay!
are. Hi, Sai. How you doing? It's too bad you had to leave the. You can't work on the website and stay in the Discord chat.
I think it's more like it's just a bit distracting to try to talk and code at the same time.
Oh,
It's one of those like patting your head and rubbing your stomach kind of things.
trust me, I completely understand that.
Did I hear a kitty cat?
If you did, it was yours.
Oh, weird. I thought I heard a little meep on your side.
No, mine's laying on a grocery bag on the dining room table over there.
Oh, all right.
Kitty, kitty, Ada, Ada. You know, I I I've been streaming a lot of speed runs, but I don't really want to do the talking head in the corner thing, a la whatever streamers. So I was actually thinking about taking that adorable picture of Ada when she was a kitten with her legs crossed out front like a proper little lady,
That's a
and
great idea.
and putting that down in the corner.
You could, if you're really feeling ambitious, you could probably use some kind of like equalizer software plugin to give her little like animations when you talk. You know, like bounce the picture up and down or something.
Oh yeah. I also thought about getting a little. Uh, I don't have an external webcam, but I can pick one up at the store for like $5-10. And I was thinking about getting one and just pointing it at my little Deadpool bobblehead against a green screen and just wiggling that while I'm talking.
There you go.
Oh, so I've been using I YouTubed copyright free music for my speedrun streams.
Sure.
And apparently, some of the music, one of the playlists, which I've since removed from my saved list of copyright-free playlists, is not as copyright-free globally as they might have been. So one of my videos is actually banned in Denmark.
Oh, what the heck, Denmark?
Apparently,
You know, like I was gonna say, if we were back in America, then we would just be like, "Oh, who cares? It's Denmark." But
yeah.
because we are both living the European life, even though we are both American, we now must actually care about Denmark.
And I've been to Denmark. I like Denmark. I like the Danes.
Exactly.
They're cool. I still have some Xbox games laying around here that I bought in Denmark. I remember I walked into the GameStop there in Denmark. Yeah, I know, very Danish, GameStop. So I walked into a GameStop in Denmark, and I was looking to pick up some video games because they were having a sale. And I asked the guy just to make sure that these are in English and not in Danish. He says, "Sir, nobody makes video games in Danish."
Can confirm. Can confirm.
He says they're all in English. We all speak English here in Denmark. You know, That's such a shocker coming to Europe from America, where everybody speaks one language. People here will speak in one language, then turn around and speak in another. Except the English because well they're English, and except the French because they're
They're
French.
French. They're French. C'est à cause le français est le meilleure langue dans l'État européen.
Yeah. Okay. Server's back up.
Oh, sweet.
So if we're showing off our horrible accents, quand tu vis en France, faut simplement apprendre la langue parce qu'il y a personne qui parle anglais. Il y a personne.
C'est ça, c'est ça.
Ils vont
Vraiment.
ils vont essayer. Ils vont te dire my English is very good. No, but it never is.
Well, you know, we've talked about this before, you and I, that like French people are extremely hard on each other when it comes to their English accent, and like you will be the person who's actually native English speaker, and somebody will say something, you know, with an accent, you know, or maybe they won't get it perfectly right. But if you don't speak perfect French, you're like, oh, thank God. Like, I at least understand a little bit of what is happening. And then all of the other French people around them will fucking slag them off for whatever mistake they make. And it's like, no, shut up. Make them talk more English.
I've had the I've had the opposite experience. I actually want them to speak French so that I can improve my French, work on my French. But every time I go into a store or whatever, they hear my American accent, which I am grateful at least is much less pronounced than the stereotypical American accent, but it is still pronounced. But they hear that and they automatically start speaking English, even though I address them in French.
You and I have had very different experiences in this country.
Well, it's also because I cut such an imposing figure, being 2 meters tall. They're just kind of like, I better meet this guy on his turf. So here we have the Ocean Monument Shop, built by Likely Finn.
I was a frequent visitor to this shop because Finn made dark prismarine freely available.
Yes, so what do we have here? Sea lanterns were 1 stack per diamond. Let's see here, yeah. Prismarine was pretty much take it off my hands, please, I'm begging you.
I would happily comply.
And I don't know about you, but do you have to explain your life story every time you go to buy a pair of jeans or something like that?
Usually when I have to get an Uber. That's almost always a life story situation.
Yeah, maybe it's not as bad in Lyon because it's a touristy place, but especially here in the tiny little towns in the north, I'm the first American most of these people have ever met. And so they want to know my life story when I just want a pizza. Just give me a pizza, please. You know, I've been here 10 years. It's Friday night. I just want a pizza. Come on.
It's fine. I'm an egotist. Explaining how I got to France is one of the few French scripts that I have regularly had to practice. So I actually feel accomplished when I tell the story.
How did you get to France? Airplane.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is the gravel shop for 4 stacks of 4 stacks of gravel for 1 diamond and 1 growl. Do you remember who built the gravel shop? Was this?
It was it top? Was it top sale?
I want to say it was sale. It might have been gold, but I want to say it was top sale fruit. So
yeah, it was one of those two. I apologize if you're watching, and
yes,
we have messed up the name. Our bad.
This is the Sand Guardian shop, Guardian of the Sand, run by our beloved Talden, the server's resident Vagabond? Nomad?
Yeah, that's by his own description.
Yes, he didn't choose to set up a base. He just liked to live a nomadic lifestyle. Home is where the diamond armor is.
Yep.
Moving further along, we had a small area set up for new players to sell their goods. If they didn't have enough goods to build a shop around them, they could just set. It would be good if I didn't break it. So
My chicken head.
yeah, so they could put things in the chests. Whoops, for sale here, such as cocoa beans. And so again, armor stand book. A little bit of a Skyrim reference here. Our little cat people sitting around enjoying the campfire.
I love this little setup, even though I hate you for having those heads.
Well, you know, when you have an iron farm, you know, the village produces cats, and you got to do something.
Honestly, I'm shocked and I'm appalled.
So let's see here. Moving right along, we have the beacon shop here, which was, I want to say, John 5K.
I believe that is the case. I think it was John 5K's shop.
And I'm frozen. Are you frozen? Oh, nope, there we go. Okay. So, the beacon shop run by no name, but I believe it was John 5K's shop.
I think you're right.
Then we have the lovely fish bowl. And since you're here, would you like to present your fish bowl shop?
Oh, sure. Well, you know, I took over Coral Reef, which is where I originally intended to build my base until I realized that I was having a lot more fun just filling out the details in Spawn. And so I decided to comb it for some lovely fish. I really enjoy adding aquarium details and decorative fish farms, not farms, ponds to my builds. And I thought that other people might enjoy the same thing, so fish.
Yes, if is known for one thing, it's for dying on the server. But if she's known for three things, it's dying on the server, collecting all of the animals, and making water features.
They did such a good job on these underwater features. Like, it used to be so completely bland to go into the ocean in Minecraft.
Yeah.
And, like, they really stepped it up. It's so amazing. I love the features that they made for underwater, and I just want them in all of my builds.
And y'all can see that up in the corner there, I have the conduit effect. We have conduits all over the place for all of the aquatic things. Here we have Iz's pet shop. Pets. And I think you're still down a few ocelots because of my prank, but so press to enter.
It's okay. You caught them for me originally, so I can't be too upset.
So Iz sells, let's see here, we have ocelots, foxes, well, I say sells, sold last season. Foxes, she had some pandas for sale. What else did you have? You had polar bears.
These guys were so hard to get up. You would think it would be the polar bears because they're actually dangerous, but no. The pandas were the most difficult by far.
Some more foxes, some parrots. What all did I buy in here? I bought some parrots. I bought some pandas, polar bear.
Yep. You bought I think that's all that you bought. I don't think you bought any foxes.
Yeah.
I don't think you bought any cats.
And this was originally cats, but due to a prank, there are two pet rocks in there named Brad and Janet. So.
Damn it, Janet.
Yes. Pet rocks now with quick charging. Feed fruitcake to tame. And the adoption fee is 5 diamonds. Iz has kindly labeled each enclosure with how to tame and transport the animals.
Well, of course, I wouldn't want people to try to buy a pet and then have it immediately escape. That might be good for business, but I try to be an ethical business person.
And you get a free lead with each purchase.
Yes, for critters that will consent to be led, you get leads.
And then
Doesn't work for the pandas, though.
yes. Cannot be led. Lure with bamboo, as the sign says. So then you exit by getting vomited out by the other cat.
These kitty statues are actually a tribute to my pair of black kitties who came over with me from America. Unfortunately, one of them has left us in this mortal realm and gone on to the great rainbow road in the sky, but his sister is still here, and I really love these little statues.
Here we have the server Slime Shop, beautifully designed and run by Likely Finn. It was very...
Finn is just an artist with glass. Like, I love the way he puts it into all of his builds. These glass floors and glass ceilings and glass details, they're so great.
Yeah, this was a really good build. It was a decent use of the acacia wood, I thought. A good... I wasn't sure that there was a really good use for acacia wood, but this building convinced me that there was good use for acacia.
I have to agree.
And then we have the iron shop, the iron bar. And so the theme is, as you might have understood, a bar. Again, we make heavy use of the armor stand books. And this is actually my my previous skin's head. My current head is this one. This is my current skin, but this was pretty much my previous skin, a giant pink teddy bear. And
As it fits.
And we have Smacky the parrot. Which should we play for Smacky? Which
You can't play Pig Step because we're in 1.15.2.
Oh, did I just... Okay, I broke that one, so we'll play this one. Dance, Smacky, dance!
Go, Smacky, go!
Every bar needs a jukebox.
Absolutely.
So, this is just the store for all the various iron-related goods. What's next? Let's go over this way. This is the cactus shop. Cactus was provided by Likely Finn again?
Correct. It was Finn's shop, yes.
Yes. This was the Everything Wool shop. This was designed to imitate sad American strip mall shop. You know, where they basically where they just take over the space and then do the absolute bare minimum to make it look like a shop, and then basically any small town strip mall. Unfortunately, the effect was rather lost on our European players, but the other American players found it more or less an accurate representation, I think.
Your shop, this shop was, I think, the most useful outside of its originally intended purpose. Because every time I was working in this area and it was night, I would just run in here, often with creepers hot on my tail.
Oh, me too.
And throw myself into one of the beds.
I can't count the number of times I set my spawn in this place.
Very, very handy.
As you might have understood, the color of the beds indicates the color of the wool products available in the chests behind. And what 4 times 16? What is that? 64 different products on sale. It was a nightmare checking all of those. That's why there's a receipt system for that one.
Very
Okay.
wise.
Shall we stop off at the bee shop? So before the Buzzy Bees update, this shop was dedicated to fighting the bee menace. But after the Buzzy Bee update, I updated it to make it all bee products because, well, they're actually quite cute.
Even if they don't have Corrales' face on them, they're still pretty cute.
Yeah, I do love that Bee Rallis texture pack. So there are actually some bees back there in the hive, but apparently they don't want to come out at the moment. They're named Boo because boobies. And
That's the level of humor you're dealing with on this server, folks.
yep, and that's the server admin. So, all bee products. There was originally supposed to be a bottle return, but Spigot had some. We run Spigot or Paper MC, and there were some issues with the redstone timings, and I never got around to actually finishing this thing. So there was theoretically a bottle return, but it never worked.
I really love the interior that you did in here. It feels a lot like a high-end beauty product store.
Yeah, it's especially with the honeycomb design, and I feel like the colors complement each other really well.
I agree.
Well, we'll go from this beautiful build to a much less beautiful one that I did in a minute, the terracotta shop. Ugh. Absolutely hideous. So this was the wood shop, run by yours truly. Not much to say about it. It's wood. This was the ink shop, run by Likely Finn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Finn did this one too.
This was the rocket shop, OK Zoomer, run by yours truly again.
Yeah, this is the revamped version. The first one was just the rocket statue and kind of a shed behind it.
Yeah,
I loved the rocket statue. I'm glad that you kept it for the top of the revised version.
Yeah, the first one was just a excuse me, was just that rocket pixel art on the front of a small lean-to building. It was the first shop built on the server, so it was done in a hurry with very limited materials, and I decided to redo it eventually with much more expanded materials and time and whatnot.
I truly adore that you've used the nether wart in here for the red. It gives it a sparkly look next to the quartz that is just great.
Yeah, I quite liked it. Here we have the what was it? The restaurant, the diner at the restaurant at the end. That's again a reference that some of our geekier members might pick up on. So this was the shop by Elytra and Shulker boxes. And this
Boy, I fed Finn so many diamonds at this shop.
Yeah, this was again Likely Finn. Unfortunately, not many players joined the server until late in the server, so most of the shops in the shopping district were actually either Likely Finn or myself. But in Season 2, both Likely Finn and myself, who are very much the rush to the end game players of the server, have voluntarily limited ourselves to 1 or 2 shops to leave room for everybody else to enter the market. And I would like the proprietor of this beautiful rock shop to introduce it.
I feel a little bit embarrassed about this one, honestly, because the edifice you see in front of you is built mainly on spite, actually.
On spite?
Well, yeah, I was selling gravel in here. It was one of the first shops that I ever made that was actually profitable in the shop because, being the absolute opposite of a rush to the end kind of person. I basically specialize in random shit that you can either mine by doing the things that I like to do, which includes gravel and all kinds of other types of rock. And then somebody else set up the gravel pit out there on the beach and undercut me. And I
Ah.
was like, well, it's time to go bigger and better and bolder. And then I didn't wind up finishing it. So,
Well, in your defense, it wasn't planned to reset the server. The plan for season one was that when 116 came out, we were going to reset the Nether. Although I personally, I was open from the beginning, was for a full server reset come 116, because I felt like new players were feeling there wasn't much to do on the server. So when 116 rolled out, I polled public opinion because we do try to do things democratically on the server, and we received many votes. Well, we received several votes for, uh, a lot of don't cares, and no votes against. So the more mathematically inclined can see that several votes for plus don't cares and no against adds up to reset. So we ended up resetting the entire server. So in Iz's defense, she did expect to have time to finish this. It wasn't. She didn't expect to have the server reset on her while she was building this.
yeah, it's fine. Like I had a spot here for the new types of rocks and stuff that were going to be found in the new nether regions, for example. But yeah, I just sort of like I ran into a bit of a tough spot in my life and took some time off from Minecraft as well. So it was just as well that the server got reset. It kind of gave me a kick in the ass to come back and start playing again.
Yeah, that's why I want. That's also why I was. Another reason I was for the reset was at the end. I was just coding plugins and data packs and not really playing. I was just kind of logging on to check that nobody was cheating and just fixing problems. But aside from that, not really playing. And since the reset, I've had more of an excuse to play. But
Exactly.
thankfully for you, we did reset because this would not have been enough room to contain all the 116 blocks.
Definitely not.
You'd have had to have built an entire new wing.
Yeah, and that never would have gotten done ever, 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 ever.
I do love the facade, though. This is just beautiful. The rock on.
Thank you. I'm very proud of it. Honestly, I really enjoyed making it once I got over my spite, which was very venal of me and not one of my finer moments.
Oh no,
But now
I'm not judging. Is I understand. Like on season 2, I spent a week planning my iron, everything. Getting my villagers. Transporting them back to my base, making my iron farm, getting my zombies, making my zombifier, all that stuff. And then Finn built a zombie farm or an iron farm at the exact same time I was talking about getting doing an iron shop. But I was like, no, that was mine. But like I said, we did limit ourselves to 1 or 2 shops. So Finn let me have the iron. And what else do I sell? Potions, right? Potions. And Finn does glass and whatever else on the new server.
the library as well.
Yeah, books and tools. So this was the Golden Carrot Shop, provided by Finn. And the products were renamed at some point for just because I had some extra levels and felt like pulling a bit of a prank.
I remember that I used to, like, whenever I would just randomly get a carrot, like, dropped from a zombo or something, I would just come in here, and if there was an empty spot, I would just put a carrot in his chest. Like,
oh, so that was you. Finn was very confused about where the carrots kept coming from, I think.
It was like, well, like, I don't really use carrots that much, so you clearly do. So here you go.
This was the original incarnation of Finn's library. Technically, it's a bookshop, but the idea is library. Finn is actually a librarian. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing that little personal detail, but he is a librarian and a book lover, so it's only natural that he was the bookmonger of our server, and he had all of the enchanted books available for sale. And on Season 2, he also has all of the enchanted books available for sale, including Soul Speed, thanks to a partnership with Sai, actually, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. I gotta say that the new store is amazing. The exterior is just so cool. Like, this is a very cool shop. Don't get me wrong, and I love the theme, and I love the chocolate bar floor. It
Yeah.
looks great. But like, the new bookstore is just very impressive.
And again, armor stands. We do love our custom armor stands on Kamacraft. We do love, love, love them. And this is Finn's head. He unfortunately had to move on before we could get the stream quite working right. But that's what Finn looks like. He's one of our moderators as well as Ismar.
Yep, yep. And as you can tell, a very dedicated player and somebody who has a lot of love and passion for the game.
Yeah, so I'm a server moderator because, well, it's my server, and I kind of have to be. I don't have a choice. Is a server moderator because I've known her for 6 years. She's very involved in the server. No, I've known you for more than 6 years at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say only 6 years. That doesn't sound right.
No, we met in 2013,
I think that that's correct.
so 7 years now.
Yeah.
And I would trust Iz with just about anything. I would trust Iz with my bank details. So she's a server moderator. And seeing how involved Finn was in the server, he was one of our early joins, and he was involved.
Yes, yes, exactly.
If there was any player that gave Iz and I a run for our money in terms of involvement on building the server, Finn was it. So
100.
I approached him with an offer to become a moderator on the server with expanded powers like Iz. And he thought that was a good idea, and he's been a great server moderator ever since. And this is Finn's glass shop and also his lighting shop. Finn, as you can tell, likes to deal with villagers. So he sells most of the things that you can buy from villagers. Or, in the case of the lighting, most of the lighting can be bought from villagers, and then the other things he sources from other sources to complete the set.
I have to say that, like, I really love this version of the shop, particularly the rainbow shulkers up top to hold all the glass. That's so cool. But I do miss the old version of this shop where he set it up so that you could see the reflection of the furniture above in the glass below. That was so impressive.
Oh yeah, the original version of the shop had a mirrored version built upside down underneath so that you had the impression you were walking on a mirror. And you didn't want to wear a skirt.
It was very cool.
Which, if you'll notice, my character is wearing a skirt, so it was particularly hazardous for me. And also the glass crystals up top, which he was quite honest about stealing from. Who did he steal this idea from? Stress Monster?
Was it Stress? Yeah, I think that Stress did those for her bubble shop, right?
Yeah, I think so. And then we have the Redstone shop, which was musically themed, provided by Top Sale Fruit, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Welcome to Red Rocks. I don't. Did Sale name that knowing the connection? Red Rocks is a musical amphitheater in Denver, where I lived for 10 years. I don't know if Sale knows that or if she just accidentally gave the Redstone shop a perfect name, but As you can see, everything has a musical theme here. They're not daylight sensors, they're digital speaker management systems. They're not observers, they're amplifiers. Redstone blocks are mixing amplifiers. And there's more audio gear on the top floor as well. Drums, length altering jack plugs. I really do wish Sail would come back to the server. I know she's busy. I know that she has a life. We do make a point on Kamacraft of recognizing that all of our players are adults with adult things to do. Not all of us can log on all the time. Not all of us can always be available to play. And unfortunately, Sail hasn't been available to play in a while, but she was a very creative player, and I really wish she'd come back.
Like, just the stuff that she did in here with the banners is incredible. It's so cool.
Well, already when she built the art museum, I was like, oh, yes. Oh, yes. Sail, if you're listening to this, come back to us. Come back to us.
Yep, we miss you.
Kamacraft Season 2, log on. We have the Adventurer's Knee, which was the arrow shop run by John or Sai?
I am afraid I have no idea. Like, I remember that somebody was discussing it in the Discord, but I'm afraid that at that point I was already kind of swamped with life, so I was not on very much.
Well, it looks like I still have Core Protect installed. Oh, it looks like John's the one that's been filling up these chests. So I'm assuming it's John's shop then. Yeah,
There we go.
it is definitely John's shop.
Nice work, John.
Yeah.
I really like this shop.
And he also had a shooting range in the back here. Would you like to have a go at the shooting range?
Let's see. Do I have a bow and arrow with me?
You're in creative.
I know that, but like,
Okay, you know
I have
what?
to go and find it.
Give
you know.
Ismar bow. Whoop. There we go. You have a bow. Give Ismar arrow 64. There you go.
Yay!
No, over here. So you have to hit the armor stand that's bouncing back and forth back there.
Oh, right. Okay. I don't think I ever saw this.
Really?
No, I definitely didn't.
I remember at some point John pranked the server by adding a chicken dispenser in the nether hub. So I actually came and modified his shooting range to be a chicken shooting range and shoot chickens out. And at some point there were like 40 chickens. You couldn't come over here without the server crashing. I had to log on by myself and fix that.
Oh my god. It's tough to hit that booger.
Yeah, it is. There we go. I got it.
Nicely done.
Okay. So,
It's a good thing most of the mobs don't move that fast.
yep. And again, armor stands. Like I said, we do love our armor stands on Kamacraft. We also do love our complex redstone mechanisms.
Very true. Very true.
Especially John and I think. And Finn. Finn and John and I.
Like, I love the idea of redstone, but I am not that great at execution. Like, the main reason that my pet shop didn't come out until we were well past a year of uptime on Minecraft, on Kamacraft, I mean, was because I couldn't get that dang door to work.
Yeah. Speaking of doors, this is the door to Finn's Casino, but I'm going to leave that locked right now because it's such a complicated affair, Finn's Casino, that I'm going to make another episode where Finn comes and shows off his casino because this was something else. So
I'll say.
Likely Finn built a casino in the game where you can wager and win actual diamonds using you go up, you buy in, buy chips, and then you bet on the various games using very complicated redstone mechanisms, and it's a beautiful thing. And I really want him to be around to explain that. So we'll wait for another time. This was the terracotta shop, which, if I'm being honest, I've always hated how I designed this. It's horrible, it's ugly, it's gaudy, it's hideous, but it did the job.
That's really the most that you can ask for from a shop, honestly.
Yeah, I think I designed this when I was actually kind of sick and not really feeling all that great, so it kind of suffered because of it.
I feel like I don't know exactly why, but something about the combination of like the lights around the edges and the grid ceiling, and then the like colors on the floor and stuff. It feels a little bit Kubrick-esque in here. Take that as you will, I suppose.
Well, I'm not going to be offended because, like I said, I've always hated this shop, even though it's mine and I built it. And it actually made me a lot of money, this shop. I've always hated it. I hated my design. I hated everything about this shop. And I've been longing to do this forever.
Oh my.
Let's see here. Give Locutus flint and steel.
I'm gonna stand well back.
Well, that was a long time coming. Okay.
Oh no!
And before anybody gives me crap about griefing the server, it's my own shop. And also, this is a server backup. Nothing we do is permanent. We can blow up the entire world and it doesn't matter. So, this was also my shop, the Obsidiander shop. It's supposed to be a reference, a vague allusion to Ollivander from the Harry Potter universe. So it sells obsidian and ender chests, hence the name Obsidiander. Let's see here. So we already did the bee shop, the ink shop. Shall we head?
You gotta check out the thoughts, though.
The what?
The thoughts.
Oh, right. Yes, Finn's borderline joke shop. So, likely Finn, just because, made this shop, the Thought Shop, selling, as you can see, the best hose in town. And as proof of it being a joke, i.e. that he did not intend to actually sell any hose, it's one hoe for 5 diamonds. Granted, it is a hoe with mending and unbreaking, but I still don't think anybody's going to pay 5 diamonds for a mending hoe with... Actually, let's see here. I can actually check and see... Yeah, no, nobody ever bought one. Nobody ever bought a thought, rather.
That's because everyone on our server is very sex worker positive.
Yes. Yes, about being sex worker positive. We are very sex positive, mental health positive, LGBTQ plus positive.
Hell yeah.
In fact, most of our server members are some variation of LGBTQ plus or
Neurodivergent.
yeah, or some other minority in some way. It's not a requirement, but we are definitely explicitly friendly to that group, and of which I am a part.
LGBTQ community. Yeah, exactly. We both are.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, as you might be able to tell from my voice compared to my skin. But And we do reflect that in the server moderation. Differing opinions are welcome, as long as differing opinions are discussed respectfully. Disrespect on our server is not tolerated. Period. End of story. We are
Hell yeah.
we are adults, and we recognize that other people can have different opinions, but we expect people to be adults about expressing their opinions or their beliefs. This was Neon's architecture shop. Neon was working on his doctorate, wasn't he?
That's right, exactly. Yeah, another one who was with us through university and grew up and left to join the real world.
Well, to be fair, if he's finished his doctorate, he has other stuff to deal with right now.
Absolutely.
But he was a fantastic architect. We'll get to the building I commissioned him to build later. You will see how absolutely gorgeous it is. It is just incredible, mind-blowing. This again, Neon. Also, if you're watching this, come back to us, Neon. Come back. Okay. This.
You need some stress relief from being a doctor, right? Come on.
Yeah. I don't even remember what Neon was a doctor of. I remember what Dudes does, and Finn is a librarian, but Neon was he just a medical doctor? Was it?
I think so.
And then we have the brick shop, built by, help me out, is?
Was this another one of Joe's?
Do we have a Joe on the server? This was Dudes.
Oh, dude, right, okay.
Oh wait, no.
I-
Sorry, it was Ad's shop, Adumu's.
Oh, right. That's right. This was another one that was built quite late in the server's lifespan, so
Yeah.
I was not around that much.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong line. It says that Dudes was the last one to interact with the chest, but he removed product and added diamonds, so he was a customer.
I really love this little house. It's so cute.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't done much with bricks since, I don't know, 1. When did I start playing? 1.9 something?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I've just never really liked bricks all that much. So unfortunately, I didn't have much of a chance to frequent Adumu's shop. But I've had more of a chance to frequent his shops on the new server on season 2.
Yes, indeed.
Because he's providing different products. Adumu, if you're there, it's nothing against you. It was the product. I didn't like the product, okay? I like you. I like you. It's just the product.
Sure.
Sure.
Methinks the admin doth protest too much.
Does that make you Juliet and me Romeo? Does that mean we have to kill ourselves now? Hang on.
I would prefer. Well, I mean, like, I am really good at killing myself on this game.
Oh, I can't give you I can't command you a poison potion without a whole bunch of work. But here's a poison potato. There's some poison for you. Oh wait, no, you're Juliet. You're supposed to die with a dagger. I'm supposed to poison myself. Right? Okay.
It's both. Like, I gotta poison myself and then, like, pretend to be dead.
Yeah. Okay, so I've switched us both into spectators so that we can show off Finn's maze without actually having to go through it. If Sai was still with us, we were actually. I was thinking about making him run the maze while I timed it with a speedrun timer, but unfortunately, Sai had to go back to work. Both Sai and I work from home, and unfortunately, we have really weird hours. And more of our server is working from home, actually, especially with the pandemic. This was the Connect 4 game. Hang on, let me switch us both to survival, or not survival, creative. And would you like to play a Connect 4 game with me, Inz?
I would love to.
Okay, you can go first. Wait, which color are you? Oh, you're blue. I'm on the red side, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay, go ahead. So, anybody who's played Connect 4 pretty much can understand the how this game works. It's not a complicated idea. For anybody that has not played Connect 4, which in France is known as Puissance 4, I don't know how it's known in Finn's country or any of the other countries represented on our server. We do have many countries, many European countries specifically represented on our server. As our server is primarily a European server, it's hosted in Germany. But we also do have many American players as well. Okay, my attention span's over. And so to clear it out, I believe you flip this lever, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
Yep, and then it clears the game out, and all of the stuff is put back here, and then you climb the ladder back up to the top. And you
Don't fill it with TNT.
Yeah, I almost did, actually. Oops.
This is such a cool and fun little game, and what a great idea.
Yep. This was the chess board, which was being built by Topsail Fruit, who didn't have a chance to finish it. Again, same reason as is. She wasn't expecting a server reset. Actually, like I said, none of us were. It was just I took a poll when the time came, and that's what the people wanted, so that's what we did.
Oh my gosh. So I really am glad I didn't see this before the server reset, because I flattened this area out for my own game. I was going to build kind of like a treasure hunt game here, but I didn't actually mark it out or claim it. So I'm very glad I actually didn't see that she did this.
Well, in Sail's defense, first of all, A, she was responding to one of Ada's assignments. B, you didn't mark it out or claim it.
No, it's totally fair. That's totally fair. But yeah, I did not realize that this had been happening.
And C, it was a long time that this was empty.
No, it's like I said, it's totally fair. I didn't even see that this had been a thing. So yeah, I'm just kind of amused.
Speaking of Ada's assignments, we've mentioned her a few times, but we finished the shopping district without actually looking at Ada's assignments.
We went right past her. How rude of us.
Yeah, let's go see Ada. I'm sorry, Ada. Oh, and she's actually looking at me from the coffee table right now. You said my name, yes? So this is Ada. This is a representation of my cat in the game. Complete with, yes, the butthole that she so loves showing off because she is a cat. And Ada is named for a 19th century mathematician and the very first computer programmer before there were actually computers, named Ada Lovelace, one of the most important women in computer programming history. And since she's named after such a brilliant woman, my cat lives up to it by being very intelligent, responding to her name, coming when called, whatever. So she has Ada's assignments. So I did this just to add a little bit of fun, just to give random assignments, just to add a little bit of what was it the Joker said? Introduce a little bit of anarchy. So some of the assignments are actually useful things, like, for example, restocking the Sand Guardian shop, because Tall was not available for a long time, but I wanted him to come back to a shop full of diamonds, so I was trying to get somebody else to restock his shop. Write a poem about your favorite thing in Minecraft and share it in the Discord chat. And there were some requirements for that. For example, iambic heptameter. an AAB rhyming scheme, blah, blah, blah. What was this other one here? Do something nice for another player. What are the other books we have? Contribute art to the museum.
That was a fun one.
Yes. So the gift on top of the Space Needle over there was in response to an Ada's assignment. The chessboard was in response to an Ada's assignment. Build a statue of your favorite passive mob. Previously, there was one for calculating the volume of a Minecraft pig and showing your work.
Yep, that one was completed, as I recall.
Yes, but inaccurately and by a player that we eventually had to ban from the server for cheating. That was the one that was X-ray.
Yeah, that was the worst player that we've ever had, and the worst player we've ever had occasionally used X-ray. So like we
Well,
can't complain too much, really.
occasionally, quite often, from what I saw following up on his actions. And we've since completely disabled the ability to use X-ray on the server theoretically. But if we do find that you've found a way around that and are using it, we will kick you off the server.
Oh yeah, well, but just to say that, like, for the most part, the people that we've actually had make it onto the server are very wonderful, lovely, kind, not cheaty people. This was a rare, every server has one or two, so we definitely had our one or two.
Yes, we do vote on people before they join the server. And after joining, you are subject to a bit of scrutiny to make sure that you are following the rules, just random checkups, making sure that everything is kosher. And even players that have been on for a long time, I still check up on them sometimes, just to make sure everything's kosher, just to make sure nobody's like, oh, I'm out of the grace period, time to cheat. Like, nope, nope, there is no grace period. I'm still going to randomly check on you because that's my job. This was some art by Arctic, who has unfortunately left us as well. Arctic never gave us an explanation why they left.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't remember Arctic's pronouns, so I'm just going to say they. But they just disappeared one day, unfortunately. I
I mean,
believe.
it happens. People just have lives.
Yeah. I'm not blaming anybody. I just wish they'd said, hey, something's come up or whatever. Do you want to join me over in the minigame district?
I'm right behind you.
Oh, are you? I don't see you. Oh, there you are. So we started building a minigame district. The first minigame built was Finn's PvP arena, which was beautifully built. Another Finn 3x3 there. Well, I say Finn 3x3, but obviously it's a borrowed design. We do borrow designs occasionally. Several of my mechanisms have been borrowed as well. So when you join the PvP, you are either a fighter or a spectator. If you're a spectator, you go up here and you spectate because that's what spectators do, right?
I love this arena so much. Finn did such a good job representing all these different areas and also providing like some interesting PvP terrain in each one. Like you've got some snipey spots and some climbing spots and some open area. It's great. Even a few hazards.
Indeed. And so if you're a gladiator, first of all, you are either the red gladiator or the green gladiator. Am I the red or the green gladiator?
Yeah, you're the red gladiator.
Red gladiator. Okay. I will follow the red path, and here is the red locker room. There is oh, am I lagging? I can't open the shulker there. I can't open the chests either. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, normally, oh, I can't open the chest, but I can interact with the trapdoors. Okay. So ordinarily, in these chests, barrels, there is all the equipment you'll need for a fight, all iron gear. As you can see demonstrated on the mannequin here. Oh, there we go. I'm frozen.
Yep. I just got timed out.
Yep. One second, we are experiencing technical difficulties. A goat is chewing on the cables. We'll be back with you in a second.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yep, it says here in the server console it's all Ismar's fault. That's literally what
Typical.
that's what the server printed out. All Ismar's fault.
Well, I guess that since it is almost 1 a.m., I suppose that I should take my buggy self to bed.
Yeah, we can call it a night there, and maybe I'll find some place external to host the server for the next time. Because this didn't really work out all that great trying to host it myself.
I mean, it worked okay until it didn't. Honestly, the performance was a lot better than I expected.
Well, once it started working, it worked okay.
True.
I would say it worked okay until it didn't once it worked. So, unfortunately, we're no longer on the server to do some fancy F5 outro, but thank you for viewing. I see that we have YouTube can't decide if we have one concurrent viewer at the moment or three. So whether we have three or just the one, thank you for watching. For everybody watching in the future on the video on demand, thank you for watching. This has been episode 1. We'll eventually do episode 2 and probably episode 3 because frankly we did not even get to even half of the community stuff, I think.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we did get through a lot of the community stuff, but we haven't even touched on anyone's base.
Yeah, I'm definitely up for showing off my base. We have to check in with some of the other players, see if they're okay to show off their bases. Finn put so much work into his base, hollowing out or digging out the ocean, that it would be a shame not to show that off.
Heck yeah.
And well, can you really say you did a YouTube live stream if you don't say at some point like and subscribe and all that good stuff? And also, if this looks interesting, if the server looks like a community you might like to join, there is a link in the description of this video to a recent Reddit post detailing how to join. It's not terribly complicated. You just have to send a message to me on Reddit, and then we will. I will put your message up for voting by the server members. Like I said, we do things democratically on the server, so players vote for things, that we approve them or we deny them, and we go from there.
Oh yeah, and don't forget to mention that voting actually pays on our server.
Ah, yes. So I have implemented a custom coded data pack, coded by yours truly. Despite the fact that it is not my profession, I do spend a lot of time coding plugins and data packs and just various other resources for the game. So we do have some custom data packs and plugins. And one of the custom data packs is, my ADHD just kicked in and I completely forgot what we were talking about.
People doing polls and getting paid for it.
Oh, yes. Since we do have a world border set up, we have a world border at something like, what was it, 10,000 blocks, something like that. But that does mean that there is a finite, limited supply of ancient debris, and I was worried that it might get a little competitive, or that new players wouldn't necessarily have access to ancient debris, as the players that have been there from the start, day one, would have mined up all of the ancient debris. So we do have a system whereby when you vote, when you provide your opinion on a server issue, whether that be adding a new member or whether we should add a new feature or just with your whether you're happy with the implementation of a particular feature or basically anything that I as the server owner and operator need public opinion on, we create a poll. So when you provide your opinion or when you do some fantastic job of contributing to the overall server. For example, Job got some as a reward for making such an awesome, amazing Nether hub on the new server.
Oh yeah, crazy.
You get some ancient debris tokens, which are emeralds with custom name and lore. And once you've collected 4, there is a vending machine where you can pop those in. And as you pop them in, each one results in light lighting up, sound, and on the 4th one, fireworks go off and you are awarded an ancient debris. So for every 4 times you provide your opinion on the server or help steer the future of the server, you are rewarded for that. We also have a similar feature called game rule tokens, which I've yet to finish fully implementing, but will be a similar idea. And as far as the democratic process goes, we do encourage player suggestions, even new players, and we do frequently adopt those suggestions. In the Discord, we do maintain a list of player suggestions that have been adopted and added to the game.
It's very it's a really nice system, and I gotta say that I have definitely, back when we were using diamonds, like if I didn't feel like mining for a while, it was nice to know that I could always count on a couple of votes coming in. So you should definitely apply to join the server, if only because you want to help out one of us randos and get some free ancient debris.
And also, just to highlight the democratic process of the server, there have been a couple points where I, even as the server owner, have been overruled. I have 1 vote, just like everybody else does, and there are some things that I do veto outright. For example, set home. There's no teleportation on our server. Except for when I'm logged in as an admin. I do separate when I'm logged in as a player versus when I'm logged in as an admin. But some things I do veto outright, but other things have gotten adopted over my personal objections. For example, the double shulker shell data pack. I personally did not want that, but enough other people did that did get adopted onto the server. And so we do run that to this day. The server features a lot of vanilla tweaks data packs, such as double shulker shells, armor stands, multiplayer sleep. I think multiplayer sleep is a necessity for any multiplayer server, isn't it?
Definitely.
I can't imagine trying to coordinate a whole server to get in bed. That would just be a nightmare.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's already a nightmare trying to coordinate people not getting in bed. I can't imagine trying.
I would have died so many more times. So many more times.
Plus, if we didn't have multiplayer sleep, we would miss that ability to send the Hermitcraft-like message in the chat. Can somebody sleep?
That's our dedication to Hermitcraft realism.
Well, I wouldn't say Hermitcraft realism because I had no intention of making this server like Hermitcraft. It's been compared that way a couple times, but not through any deliberate. They just have good data packs, you know.
Well, and I think the comparison is like it's a server where you're going to find generally friendly and cool people. If I can, just toot our own horn, just completely
toot away
and brag on us without shame. You'll find generally cool, creative people. Our subscriber numbers are not as high as the folks that you'll meet on Hermitcraft, but we are also just as nice. And we also love to play Minecraft. So I think that there's some. You could draw some parallels there.
And we do have a very eclectic mix of players, from the completely nomadic, such as Talden, who I do wish would come back. Come back to us. Come back to us, Tal. And I mean, all the way from nomadic players to redstone maniacs like myself to people that hollow out entire oceans like Likely Finn, and people that like to collect every pet in the game like Iz, or people that just like to go around and be creative or lure creepers into community builds like Goal.
Yep, yep.
Sorry, Goal. All right. Well, I don't think I have anything else to add. And we've done the streamerly thing and said the requisite YouTube script of oh yes, YouTube analytics show that only few people who watch my videos are no. And
Smash that like button!
yeah, yeah. Sometimes YouTube does this thing where you think you're subscribed, but you're no. So yeah. Anyways, we're gonna continue doing some server tours. Like I said, there's a lot we haven't shown. There's still Finn's Casino. I want Likely Finn to be on the stream to show off that server because Finn, you did such an or to show off the casino because you did such an awesome job with that. And I also really want the viewers, whatever viewers we might have, to see that, to see the awesome spin that you do for everybody's good luck. And there's also people's personal bases to show off, and I'd like to have them on the streams to show them off as well. So that's been, I guess, episode 1. It wasn't intended for this to be a multi-part series, but I guess that's what it's going to be. So thank you for joining us for Kamacraft Season 1 World Tour Episode 1. I will be rectifying the title shortly. And that's all I have to say. Is?
Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Hope you come and join us soon.
Yep. Okay. And on that note, I will end the stream because it is 1 o'clock in the morning. I might be streaming some speedruns in a minute because insomnia. We'll see. I don't know. But I should let Iz get to sleep because she does actually have a job that she has to work tomorrow. So,
Good night, dear friends.
Good evening. Thank you for tuning in. And Sai, rock that website. Get it done, buddy. Get it done.